Hey guys, I have generated over millions in revenue with the creatives that I've produced for all these type of agencies and brands. And today I'm going to go over the top 5 key points to create your own creative that performs and make sure it brings in a good ROAS. So without further ado, let's jump straight into my PC. Okay, so as you can see on screen now, you'll be presented with the first main point on how to make a winning design. We'll jump straight into it. Hierarchy is one of the most important aspects when it comes to creating a design that will generate you high ROAS. What a lot of people don't take into consideration is hierarchy itself and how important it actually is to make a good creative. As you can see here, you have two examples of hierarchy used within two different creatives. On the left side, you're going to see a glove from GFA. Now, you'll see instantly that if you were to close your eyes and reopen them, the first thing that sticks out to this design would be the gloves right here and this glove right here. Hierarchy pretty much means what are you going to see first when you click on an ad or open it up, right? When you close your eyes and you open them, you will note that straight away the design will take you to the middle. That is always the selling point, okay? The middle of the design is where people look first. And so that's why it's very important for you to make sure that the middle is where you're showcasing the design or especially what you're selling, right? So you want to always showcase what you're selling at that exact key point. I'm going to show you another example here. You can see here, if you were to close your eyes, again, your eyes would go straight to the middle. Close your eyes, open them, boom, straight away, right to the tooth, okay? That's very important. Now, this is just the basics of hierarchy. What we're gonna showcase you is pretty much how important hierarchy is. You're gonna see this first, so you're gonna see this image first, and then your eyes will automatically take you to the next big thing in the design, which is the dental problems text. Here, it would be this design here, and then either your eyes would go here or here, which in any scenario is good, right? In any scenario, after your main point is made for him here, either this is second or this is second. Either way, it's a very good way of making sure that the hierarchy stays consistent, right? Here, another great example. First, second, then it'll go third, and then fourth, which is amazing. This is exactly the selling point that we need for this ad to perform. We want to make sure that when people look at this, they go in order to what we want them to look at first. And then, of course, if they spend more time on the ad, they'll eventually go 5 and 6, right? Since these are not the main things, these are just side notes, and it makes you, the company, look more professional when you're showcasing these, right? So this is a perfect example of hierarchy. Another quick example for this clothing brand. It goes, let's say, for example, let's say it did actually go with, 1, 2, and then 3, okay? Let's say this was the third point. Automatically, what you're now seeing is the fourth, right? It's pretty clear. The fourth is the CTAs and the offers that this brand is going to produce. So this is a very good example of how hierarchy should be presented. This is sort of the hierarchy tree. Your main goal is the main attraction, which is of course the product or the service, then the offer. So as you can see, once we've got the title and we've sort of got the offer, it'll go straight to the offer, okay? As you can see right here. And then the CTA, which is the book your appointment today. Here, it's of course the actual offer itself. For clothing brands, you don't necessarily need like buy now, unless of course you want to add it. It's never a must. This ad performed like crazy. I think it hit like a 16x ROAS without a CTA. So, you can always adjust and alter and see what does well and what performs best. Okay, that is hierarchy, and that's one of the key points, but we've got 4 more to cover. Next up on the list is color theory. Now, color theory is so undermined, it's absolutely crazy the amount of people that don't use this. Like, it's mind-boggling to me that so many people are producing ads and they're just running creatives as amoeba and don't understand the importance of color theory, okay? You're presented with 3 different ads this time. You can see that 2 of these are solo businesses, so these 2 right here, and then this is a holiday, okay? Right off the bat, okay? You can see that the solo business one is using orange and then one using green, okay? This kind of showcases more of like 2 different alternating styles for the color theory, but in theory, the whole point of this ad is, of course, to bring in solar business owners to sign up and eventually work with this agency. Right. I really recommend that all of you go ahead and use a color wheel when looking and using colors, especially if you're going to portray something, right? As you can see, we used green for this one. So again, here we go. Safety, very important. Health could also be health related. That's very true. Green is usually used in pharmacies, etc. Sort of a nature sort of feel, which is what we're going for, since we know we're presenting, solar panel businesses. And then we've also got a bit of orange, I'd say. So, freedom, original, pleasure, so sort of we're covering off the bases that apply to our own design. Holiday one, this is where it gets more in depth. So as you can see, these have two main colors. This one has an orange and this one has a green and some blue. But the holiday one is where you see an array of colors. You've got yellow, you have got red, you have got green, you have got blues here, a little bit of blues. This is a lot of colors. You can see reds, you can see blues. It's an abundance of different colors, right? You've got another green here, brown. So it's an abundance of colors, which is very good, because when you're portraying a holiday, you kind of want to give off that vibe of different things and alternating things, right? It all comes up to psychology in the end. And the red sort of gives passion, energy, excitement, adventure. This is what we're going for holiday. Then of course the feeling of nature. Since it's a holiday, we went for green. Safety as well, very important when going on holiday. You want to feel safe. Related to health as well, like people go on holidays to sort of enjoy themselves, relax, take a break. Then the yellow, fun, happiness, youth, joy. You've got so many different things that you could take into consideration when looking at these designs, which is very important because, we've tried to portray the feeling of being on a holiday. That's the whole point of the design, right? So yeah, color theory is very important. Vibrance and saturation also falls within color theory. You always want to make sure that you don't use gray and dull colors. You don't want a design looking way too unsaturated. You kind of see like it's very high saturation, very high contrast, even on here, like very high contrast amounts. So just make sure that you're not using dull colors, always vibrant. And then contrast is very important. Again, I just mentioned that, where you're actually able to see the text. Now, if I had like, a dull green with white here, it wouldn't go together. Like the issue that would come up would be the fact that the text would not stand out as much and it wouldn't be as readable. So when you have these vibrant colors and you've got like darker and lighter colors within a design, it creates contrast. Again, you can see here I've decided to use a dark blue with the sort of yellowish tone in the back. Here you can see some blacks in here. Here, of course, you can see like where the people are, the shadows, and all the stuff relating to the car. So ideally, you always want to make sure that you have blacks and whites in your design, or at least darker colors and darker tones, so that you can create balance and contrast. Don't just have a vibrant full design without having darker colors in them. And yeah, we've discussed moods, so that's pretty much how you get color theory looking very good. And yeah, again, matching depending on the niche you're targeting. So of course, like I mentioned, you've got solar panels and holidays. You want to portray different target audiences, so you have different colors. Then that's our second main point, which is color theory. Then we're going to go to the third key point, which a lot of people do take into consideration, but they don't do it properly. These are some of my designs that I've made for different type of clients. Now, this is more service-based. We've kind of left clothing behind because when it comes to offers, you always want to make sure that if you're a service-based business or you're doing lead generation, you want to give social proof for offers, right? You always want to include either prices or the guarantees that you're offering, okay? Never back down on that. Very important. Your offers and your guarantees, okay? Always keep those in mind. So it's either you're going to give a too good to be true offer. This means that it's something that people are going to be like, wow, that's very cheap, or wow, that's like extremely good. Sometimes you can upsell. So let's say, for example, this mortgage protection plan, we could be writing that the starting price is $97 when actually it's $150. But when the funnel comes in and they get the person on call, you can actually upsell because you can make your service sound better. The ideal target point for this creative is to bring in people. When it comes to the upselling, that's where you take care of the design and make sure that it's converting. Whereas once the funnel jumps in, you can alter the price, alter everything else so that people actually buy in and click in. So your CPC goes up, right? So always take that in consideration. show value, of course, like mentioned. Here is a social proof method where, they show sort of what they've done, the results, and then pretty much see how it works. So how this brand went from 0 to 2 mil in a year. You just click the button, see how it works. This is a CTA. Then people would be interested to fill out the funnel. So always make sure that you have a good offer, even for clothing. Even though I don't have any clothing examples here, if you're going to have a sale, include Black Friday, for example, the one that's coming up, Halloween sales that you've seen recently, all these type of offers that you can put in, make sure you do, because seasonal offers do very well. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And then defeat competition, of course. Again, like I mentioned about pricing and upselling and everything, make sure that your selling point and your offer is defeating the competition that other people may have, or the other people that may offer the service that you're offering. So this usually applies for offers when it comes to the competition, because you've always got other people offering the same service. So make sure that you're always on par with your competition. You create an offer that people can't not say no to. So irresistible offers. And yeah, that'll be it for social proof. Then we'll jump straight to our fourth, which in this scenario is audience inclusion. I see this not happen enough, where people don't actually take advantage of audience inclusion. This pretty much means where you're sort of targeting, like you're very specifically targeting an audience here, okay? Like you see in this ad here, need plumbing clients, okay? We're targeting plumbers here, and it's evident that only plumbers are going to stay when they see this, right? Need plumbing clients, like, oh, I'm a plumber, I want more clients. I'm going to click on this because I saw that they can provide me more clients. If it's not a plumber, they'll skip it. That's what we want. We want to make sure that Meta optimizes to the people that are actually interested in seeing the ad. Now, the people that have low visibility rate, or they don't stay on the ad enough, they'll be ignored, okay? And Meta will sort of bump up the audiences that stay and actually click on the ad. So that's why you always want to make sure you target the correct audience. Another good example, mornings spent filling in your uneven brows, question mark, and then of course the CTA and the before and after sort of image here. So you can see again, we're sort of targeting females here. A man wouldn't stay on this post. They don't have mornings spent filling uneven brows. They're relating back to females that have these issues. Another great example here, this one's more unique. This one, instead of targeting a specific audience, either women or ages or niches, it's going about a limited time offer. Very good way of putting it. But people can be like, oh, why am I not taking part in an offer? It's a discount. Why should I not? It's a no-brainer sort of move. So when you present the ad as like, want to take part of a limited time offer, you're giving them an option to take part of an offer that is limited to them. So evidently you're gonna be like, damn, that's a limited offer based towards me. Why should I not click on it? Does that make sense? Yeah, that's ideally how this works. So yeah, using visual and or verbal identifiers, this viewer should know more instantly, like this is for me, like I want to see this ad because this is the ad that I'm looking to see. Does that make sense? And then I gave different examples because you can see these examples are sort of similar, but like if you run a business, let's say a painting, if you run a painting business, then I'm going to give you X amount of leads. Or for anyone who hates lifting heavy weights for no reason, or something that relates back to the audience you target, the audience you're targeting, you're going to want to make sure you can tick off all these sort of things to have that audience inclusion. So that's the fourth key point to making an ad that produces high ROAS and a winning creative. Then, last but not least, the problem versus solution. I see this happen often, okay? But a lot of people don't do it right, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why people miss out on doing it correctly. The before and after method is, it's evidently used common. Like when you see an ad, you kind of usually see before and afters. It's pretty normal. Now, what people don't do enough is sort of showcasing a good transformation, right? It's sort of not clear enough. Sometimes I've seen before and afters where the after looks worse or the same. Like, no, don't even, like, please don't run a before and after ad if you don't see the clear difference, as if it's night and day, right? Like, you can evidently tell, of course, that these teeth were yellow and now they're white. And then this one, you can evidently tell the brow was not as visible, and then after they changed it, it's more visible. So this is evident. Like when you look at this, I'm like, obviously this is a difference, right? Same here, fixed it. Does that make sense? So make sure you always use before and afters where it's applicable. Don't waste your time making before and afters that don't show a good expectation for the client. So yeah, make sure you use those. You can also use problem versus solution or expectation versus reality. It doesn't always have to be before and afters. You can be more unique. A lot of people do before and afters, but problem versus solution can be good. Expectation versus reality can be good for UGC content. So take that into consideration as well. Of course, just like I mentioned, show transformational result visually. Make sure it's like very big on this word here. Make sure it's represented visually, that you can actually see a difference, and then demonstrate on the value. Don't just describe it. You're not just describing, oh, look, we had a client that before was broke and then was rich after. You don't just want to talk about it. You kind of want to present it, showcase the proof. Don't just be like, we took this guy from 0 to 100K and you don't show shit. You don't want to hide away. Worst case scenario, you have a funnel that showcases it. Always try to include something within your ad that kind of showcases the difference and how you did it. Okay, so those are the main 5 different key points of creating a winning ad. And of course, you can apply all of these to your own ads and knowledge so that when you start producing ads, you have a high reliability point for the audiences you're going to include, and the interest stacks and potential cold converting ads you're going to pick. You make sure you alter the audience to what you want. Okay, so take these 5 points and start introducing to your ads, and I promise you're going to see a crazy increase in ROAS. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you guys want more content like this, comment down below what type of videos you'd like to see, and I'll make sure to get that out for you, because I am trying to spill sauce right now. I've been helping so many brands, so many agencies. I think it's about time I present to you guys as much sauce as possible. So yeah, anything you guys want, literally DM me. Check my socials in the description as well, and you can contact me and I'll reply.